Welcome back to Let's Play Deathmark. So, how do we get this jumble of wire, out of the way? Well, we've got a few bottles. That's flammable. Or sand, I'm not sure. It might be the brown bottle. Take the brown bottle out of my bag and start fishing. There's a usage warning on it and it smells like chlorine. Could be some sort of strong acid that can melt metal. Should we try it? Take off the lid and slowly pour the liquid over the bag. Accidentally get some on the keyhole, it could be a problem. Crush just a little at a time. There's a faint bubbling noise and a smell that's indescribable. It seems it's working like we hoped. Oh, good job. That must be some kind of nitric acid. Fortune tellers sure do know a lot. Then, that's it. I pull on the wire again. This time it comes out of the keyhole. Well done, now we can check this room. Let's go. Discarded the empty brown bottle. Well, you never know, you might need that. But no, you don't, actually. No more puzzles involving that. Oh boy! The instant I open the classroom door, something glints in the darkness. Then a horrible stench makes me choke. I mean, it's just like, that whole test thing is like, animals and humans are cruel to them and stuff. Well, what do you call this then, Miss Zoo? This is blood. There's a bit more than blood. There's blood, guts, all kinds of shit, and, severed animal heads. Beneath my feet, it feels like I'm stepping in something soft, like mud. I shine my light into the room. Ugh. The hell is this room? It's as if I stepped into a slaughterhouse. The scene before me is horrific. Organs scattered across the floor, chunks of meat, overwhelming amount of blood, and blank, glassy-eyed animal heads lined up across the desks. Terrible. Ahsoka struggles to retain her composure by doubling her mouth with her head. I forget how I react to this kind of scene, because this is pretty fucked up. It just smells that blood right next to the blackboard in the back there looked like a giant footprint. They used for sacrifices. The word sacrificial right come to mind. Why the hell? Let's check it out. I need to look around. I'm trying to convince myself by saying it twice. Suddenly, there's a sound from the window ledge. Someone here. I make my way past the animal heads to peer cautiously at the line of destiny at the window. Of course! You thought that this is the one I mentioned back in chapter 1 where we first saw that CG that was quite suggestive. Yeah, now we got, snakes covering up a bit of nudity. A naked body is laying in a pool of red. Countless snakes are slithering over her. The woman almost looks like an animal waiting for dissection. Actually, whoever did this to her might have been trying to do just that. Hey, come help me, someone's trapped. I grab onto her legs and hurry to drag her out from the swarming snakes. I'm worried about her snake bite, but I don't see any other large wounds. Fine now, relax. Ahsoka speaks to her, but the woman doesn't reply. Her eyes are half open, staring vacantly. You can't let her down. Let's take her back to the village. She should be able to walk if we help her. I agree, but she's completely naked. Is this really the time to be worried about that? It's just like imagine to get pulled over. It's like, why is that woman naked in your car and seemingly unconscious or dead? Like, you see, well, we went to this abandoned school and we found her covered in snakes. she would just happen to be nearest. I'd like to storm you're on the west. Speaking of clothes, I just remembered. Your chicken webs. I unwrapped the bundle of clothes and pulled out the lab coat for her to wear. How convenient. Alright, I suppose it's better than nothing. It should be more like that place is off. Noise from the broadcast reverberates in the room. My flashlight blinks out. The Mars color grows more diffuse. Early dawn, a few hours left until death closes. Damn it, she noticed. What should we do? We need to get out of here. I know H Elementary's layout pretty well. Should be able to find my way without her lights. We've got to hurry. Let's help her up. Yep. And we didn't even need to backtrack or anything. This is automatic. So let's get the hell out of there. Asuka takes a deep breath from the back seat. Sounds like a world-weary old person breath. I could sound old if I want to. I am, after all, elderly. According to the death mark wiki, which I assume is got information from that the art book that came with the special version of the game. Apparently she's in her early 70s. I'm not sure the age of Yashiki, but Ai's age 19. And that's about all I can remember for this chapter. I'm not sure the age of the woman who is rescued. Is this what they call a woman's intuition, or did she just read my mind? Does that woman look like she would be okay? We covered her securely with a lab coat, but I still hesitate to look in the rear view. Watch while you're looking. I can understand why you're interested in this. I'm not trying to look, I promise. I'm clearly doing my best not to. Come on. She's quiet. Breathing's calm. She might be stupid. It's Yashi. I caught a glimpse. What did you see? I try to keep my tone innocent. The mark. I saw it when we were putting the coat on. Right down her body. Oh. So we've added another to our number. My heart drops when I think about how I'll have to tell her the truth of what's happening. But that doesn't mean I can avoid it. We'll have to tell her. The truth is always good, but using that excuse to hide it from her would be even crueler. I have a name. The mystery woman seemed asleep, but she suddenly speaks up. We're awake. Sorry we didn't know your name. I'm Madoka Hero. I don't care what happens. All I want is to take a shower as soon as possible. Good work out there, Mr. Yashigi, Madame Yasuoka. Huh? Who's that lady? Later, hurry and get a bath ready. But she wanted a shower, not a bath. We lay a pale-faced hero on the sofa and immediately start treating her wounds. Now, would you pronounce that? Because it's hero. Hero. Hero? I don't know. Again, it's like ooh, in the Japanese language. It's like you got ooh and you got oh and stuff like that. It just feels like sometimes they just like end up being the equivalent of just a drawn out syllable rather than being separate. With her guidance, we're able to give her a proper first aid. There's a lot of swelling, but at least it seems none of the snakes were poisonous. After we finish, her face gradually regains its color. Shouldn't it be venomous or poisonous? The row images from upstairs wearing the clothing we found in the science lab. Apparently they had been hers. I almost died. Thanks for saving me, I guess. Judging by that casual comment, it seems she's recovered her composure. She's still pretty pale, but she doesn't look shaken up anymore. They only wanted to torment me, not kill me. Small mercies. Otherwise I would have choked on poison or snake food by now. Spirits drag the living on the depths of despair before killing them. That's what Mary told me before. Thanks to that various nature of theirs, she was able to be saved. You sure you're feeling okay? Don't worry, I'm fine. Bounce back fast. Yeah, she has a, I mean, each character has their own personalities. They don't really get quite as much development, most of them, but they do have their, you know, character traits. I mean, usually it's just like one or two character traits, but you know, I got something. Who knows if that's true or if she's just putting up an act. Regardless, her emotional strength is impressive. So what were you doing in school? That's what I'd like to know. I was chasing after a woman named Manabe Sukawa. Must have faked it. When I woke up, I was there. Sukawa Sue. Could that be Miss Sue? Miss Sue. Oh yeah, I heard that was her nickname for when she was a teacher. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? It's like zoo as in, you know, zoo, but you know, zoo also as in how you pronounce the first syllable of a name. So why were you chasing? Hold on. My questions first. Who are you people? You give her a basic rundown of the situation. She listens quietly, but I can tell from her expression that she's not convinced. I see, I understand. But believing you is some use. Say Sukawa might have become an inhuman monster. Save that talk for writing horror stories. Her face twitches briefly. How is it that you know this Miss Sukawa? She's a colleague from the lab. Not a lot of women work there, so we ended up talking. The second I let down my guard. Sounds like Sukawa caused some trouble. She stole something important from me. First I had no idea where she disappeared to. I searched her room in the dorm and learned where she's holding. Going off her recent credit courses, she's been shopping in Hague City. What? A spirit that goes shopping? People would panic if something like that happened to me at a grocery store. What? Don't tell me you're serious. I know you. Hirai Kashiwagi from Love and Humor. You seemed idiotic on TV, so I guess that wasn't just facts. This is what I was referring to in the previous parts. Where I said there's gotta be, you know, someone else who would call her idiotic. But, you know, instead of just thinking in their minds like, they're not too bright. They will straight up be blunt about it. And this is the moment. Hey, that's really rude. Yeah, she's very rude. Supposing you're right and she's a monster. No way to do that. She's very blunt. She obviously used the phone, even checked the company. The woman's voice asked them to bring the goods to her business overnight. Paid in advance to her bank transfer, so the company delivered it. When the delivery location happens to be a warehouse by each elementary. And just what were those goods? Animals. No idea what connection she pulled, but they're from pet stores and ranches. Dogs, cats, pigs, snakes, horses. She even managed to get reindeer and all sorts. Black market too, spared no expense. With Miss Sue name, maybe she was starting a zoo or something. What happened to those animals? What do you think happened to those animals? Did you not see those names? She must not have noticed since she was in and out of consciousness at the time. Based on what we found in the room she was held in, I can hazard a guess. So I waited at the empty warehouse for Sukawa to come. At some point I fainted. Next I know I'm butt naked in that terrible position found. I'm sure she was behind us. So then is that also when you got to her? Mark, oh you mean the scar. Still don't believe it. Even if cigar happens to be spirit. Then I didn't get it from her. I had it before I went mix. So where'd you get it? Chill, no need to get so upset. I suddenly had it when I woke up 9 days ago. Did you go to any haunted places the day before? So ridiculous. Don't love me with inappropriately dressed idols like you. Same goes for this scar. Something like this could kill you or give you amnesia. Not only is that unscientific, it's absurd. Absolutely impossible. She's yelling, but that doesn't hide how she's shaking like a leaf. She's clearly more frightened now than when she was talking about snakes. I guess she has a fear of the supernatural too. It's like show. Yeah, that's one personality trait they share in common. She's all about no, there must be a scientific explanation to this. There's not fair at all. It's not. It's gotta be science, science, science. That's all I can tell you. You're going after Sugao, right? I'll help out. Are you truly alright with that? You might die. I don't plan on letting that happen, but if it does, so be it. I hate the idea that people can be happy with just being alive. I'm a scholar. Life is satisfying my intellectual curiosity, and for that I need to get that thing back from that thieving hand. So what's more important than your life? What in the world did she steal from you? Seems she doesn't plan on answering that. But we had no reason to turn her down. Should accept her help. Okay, Mr. Yashigi, let's get back to Hayes Elementary. So, from that, I mean, they straight up saying it, so, I mean, I've already mentioned at the start of this chapter, the only character in this chapter that can die is I. And the reason for that is, if you look at character bios, for example, you can kind of see like they all have something in common. But on top of that, you've also got this new character, Madoka Hiro, who claims that she's at the mark quite a while, so it can't have been Mitsu who gave her the marks. That kind of, makes it so that she probably can't die in this chapter, and, well, she can't. So, that's why I is the only one who can die in this chapter. A major pharmaceutical company researcher, she believes in cool and collective logic, and violently rejects anything supernatural. She doesn't have an artistic bone in her body, possibly because of her lineage, so naturally she can't play any instruments. And the fact it's giving you that information for each of the characters goes to show. It's just like, okay, bad at music, good at music. You just know that's going to be important later on, so that's why. Me? Doesn't have as much power. She's got superior intelligence, slightly less dexterity, and equal spiritual power. It's interesting, isn't it? Because, Yasuoka is like, you have, some spiritual power. And yet, the one who denies the supernatural has equal spiritual power. Let's actually look through our notes we haven't checked. There were strange things in the storage room of that gross science lab. Hands, ears, eyeballs, parts encased in liquids, all relatively fresh, all belonging to women. How could you be so sure? We searched the shelves for anything useful and found 3 bottles, one with a corroded label, one reading CH3, CH2, OH, and a fragrant one that says IV5. A repulsive voice echoes over the loudspeaker. Mizzou, it said, test time. You have to take tests. There are several classrooms on the 2nd floor, including the science lab we're in. Who knows what Mizzou wants, but maybe the test will give us a hint as to how to fight her. May as well take them while we prepare for the upcoming encounter. After the language test, we hear a sound in the room next door. It's probably where we were warned not to enter. The Does that mean she doesn't want us to see something? Regardless, if her goal is to make us finish tests, then she likely won't attack until we're done. In which case, we should check out that classroom test. We'll do the test later. Strange colleague, we save Hiro and return to the mansion. Once she's recovered, Hiro tells us about Sukawa. She claims her colleague stole something important from her house before vanishing. She followed Sukawa to H City and eventually H Elementary. But after that, her memory is vague. The next thing Hiro knew, she was in a dangerous situation. Still, Hiro is one to call Sukawa strange after following her and not contacting the police. Maybe her research works after all of her common sense. Hiro and Sukawa aren't too different in that way. Hiro is certainly determined in her search for Sukawa and Sue, but she claims to know the spirit precisely Sue cursed her. So how important is this to lie? Well, she didn't specifically claim another spirit beside her said it. She was saying, in theory, if the spiritual bullshit in her mind is legit, then it can't have been her because she's had it for a while. Piano sheet music. Why is this one further ahead than that? That's confusing. Were we supposed to get this in a different order? It's like, how we came across the god's corpse? It's like the information gets added to the spirit file like that as well. It's only after the tests. We've done all the tests that we get that added to the spirit file. Makes no sense. Piano music plays from somewhere. Is there a music room? I guess that's because that is technically at the end of the hallway. When we're supposed to go from a certain, way. It feels like they want you to go through in a specific order. But you can go at it in any order, technically. Piano music plays from somewhere. Is there a music room? Is Miss Sue playing it? Or is it just another curse plate thing? Found sheet music nearby shortly after. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Probable common for elementary school music classes. I can't play, but there's a Mark Barrow who's good with that kind of stuff. Though I can't imagine us needing to play piano. Other than, yeah, right. The one locked room being the music room, and the emphasis on music. Yes, like we couldn't need to play the piano. Whoever would think we need to play the grand piano in this chapter? Absolutely absurd. Barry isn't here anymore. But I will do that consistently anyway. We return to H Elementary once more. If Hiro is to be believed, then what we saw in that classroom was Sukawa's. Missing teacher Sukawa. There's no doubt that she had something to do with the birthdays. Let's go. It's unlikely Sukawa is still hiding inside the building. Sounds like Hiro is determined to not recognize the existence of spirits. Get rid of the mark, we have no choice. We haven't been able to thoroughly investigate the room where we saved Hiro. Probably best to stop there. Let's go. And we still don't have anything that can take care of the streets. So we still gotta do some more of this test stuff. Or maybe we'll find what we need in the room that has the severed animals. Was it this door? Yeah. So we got blood and guts. Ostrich noises? I'm not sure. Freshly severed animal head on it. Doesn't look like anything's in the desk. Animal's eyes are staring at the wall. It almost seems like it's alive. Well, you can, you can't. There's nothing inside the desk, but rattling around inside the desk is something that could be paper. Never mind. Scrap paper, I haven't heard and see several sentences. Seems like someone failed to destroy this. Fragment G. It's the third fragment. Spread them out and stat them. I can read the sense and leave peace, but I don't know how they fit together. I switch them up and look at them again. Then, by a specific frequency of sound waves. Specific frequency of sound waves. The end of fragment I and start of fragment G seem to connect and form a sentence. I might be able to read the fragments if I line them up. And there's your hints. That's all free then. There's no more of those. Okay, so you line it up. Wait. Wait, what? So it'll line up with I and G, right? I haven't actually pressed square to sort these before. That makes it a bit more convenient. That's not about frequencies, though. Well, let's we can control the sharply this feature. I don't know. Is that great? This is to keep it locked. Okay, let's examine this so I can look at that. Ends for fragment I and start of fragment G. Okay, so it's the end and then the start. Friends will line them up. End of I and start of G. Why did they do that? Testing, that doesn't really... What? I mean, it does explain the order, I guess. But it doesn't really translate it, does it? That's something, certain sound. Wave? No. I mean, it says sound wave there, so can't be saying sound wave, sound waves. Sound something, sound wave. Or music. Put something to sleep. Put it to sleep, perhaps. Also, something sight. I kinda feel like agi might be agitate, but I don't know. Assuming the lines each represent a letter, that wouldn't fit, would it? It's to aware of. We are able to find the creature and find the Nice, worry, neat. I don't know, this is confusing. Maybe it's really obvious when I'm just being dumb. I mean, I kind of get the gist of it because I already know what the context is gonna be. These are basically sound tests on different animals. This definitely looks real. I'm not sure what was used to sever them, but the cuts look strangely clean. This gross sputters will be a great place to hide things. I see myself about putting one hand on the head and shoving the other up the severed neck. It's a bit extreme. Who knew an animal head would be this heavy? It's like lifting a bucket of water. After much struggling, I tipped the head on its side. There's a cream-colored plastic object shoved up the esophagus. What is that? I pull it out. Find a transistor megaphone. A megaphone? What the hell? Megaphones are used a lot for school events and gatherings, so that's not surprising. But what the hell was it doing up an animal's neck? Is there a need to hide it in an esophagus? This guy did bring countless animals here. Bizarre, insane passion is obvious. Shashiki, are you alright? I realize that I'm just standing there holding a megaphone that's attached to the old liquids. Yeah, sorry. Everything has a meaning. If that's true, then this must be really important. It's important in one way, but I won't say how it's important. Organs strewn around the floor look fresh. Liquid is dripping from the mysterious organs hanging from the ceiling. What is that? Can't quite tell, is it... I don't think it's a tiger. For some reason I thought maybe it was one of those white tigers. And that'd be... I mean, it's like, some of these animals are probably endangered species, so... that makes it even more kind of like... I mean... it's just, it's all kind of fucked, isn't it? Animal heads are mounted high up on the wall. Usually I can't distinguish animals' expressions, but all of the heads look like they died in pain. Don't look like there's really anything else here, does it? Examine. On with the test, I suppose. Nothing else we can find, right? There's a lot of problem sheet on the desk. A glance at the problem sheet. See numbers and mathematical symbols. This seems to be a math test. A subject I am very crap at. Begin the test. Live or die. Question 1. An ostrich can run from the first floor of the school to the second floor in 3 seconds. That's oddly specific, isn't it? Run from the first floor to the second floor in 3 seconds. And a sensor can run up the stairs in 3 seconds. The school had 5 floors. How long would it take for it to get from the first to the 5th? It takes 3 seconds per floor. 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9. I feel like an idiot for the fact that I have to think about that for a bit. Question 2. Ostriches are extremely fast. They can run 60 kilometers per hour. How many seconds would it take them to reach a human bait 30 meters away? Yeah, this is where my lack of knowledge on this subject comes into play. It's like I don't know how to. I mean, I know. Meters. That's not very far, really. It's you can run up to 60 kilometers. I mean, that's insane when you think about it, isn't it? It can run up to 60 kilometers per hour. That's pretty fast. Well, it'll probably be a very, you know, short amount of time. Maybe 2 seconds. So if you got an angry ostrich after you, you're kind of fucked. Question 3. An ostrich's kick is very strong. Without airbag, your bait would die. It's oddly specific. Caution, when observing an ostrich strong, bring an airbag. The specialty is kicking after taking a long running start. An ostrich speed is halved, how strong would their kick be? What? An airbag, human bait would die. Caution. Well, it's kicking after taking a long running start. Ostrich speed is halved, how strong would their kick be? Would it really make much of a difference? Nope. Oh wait, probably quarter maybe? No, I won't have time to answer the other questions, so I'm definitely gonna start over now. Unless I can find some more talismans, I'm fucked. You survived, but at what cost? Seems we passed the test. The end of the answer sheet. You disobey teacher. You get a special test. Advance to the animal classroom. Okay. The answer sheet. Animal classroom. That's not that room drinks blood disease. Sounds like it's slightly worried about the special part. I hope it's not something weird test. That's probably exactly what it'll be. How's my spirit power? Wait, it says 1,000 there. Didn't it go less than that though? If I got 1,000, we can do this. Now I'm thinking maybe it was 1/3. I don't know. I'm bad at math. So now we can examine this. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. This one's easy. I take a glance at the problem sheets. It looks like some kind of foreign language. I can't make heads or tails of it. I have no idea what kind of test it is. You know, I wonder if... well, no. I can't imagine anyone having trouble. Well, unless you like... What did it say again? Well, it said that it's in a foreign language, but this is basically... well... We're gonna get an explanation here. Put the pencil and turn over the paper. But for the entire test is written in a foreign language. I don't understand what any of it means. The stand hero mumbles next to me. Phrase it's in German. You read it. I took it in college, so I know a little bit. I'm not sure what happens if you take, say, I or Yasuoka with you. I can imagine Yasuoka knowing a bit, of German. Maybe she'd be able to help. I mean, it makes sense for her to know it, because, isn't that a thing where, like, some confidential kind of document and stuff written in German or something? I don't know. I forget what it was. Or if it even is legit or not. Maybe that would explain how she knows German. Even though she said she just learned a bit in college. But I can imagine Yasuoka knowing a bit of German. I'm not so sure about I. Begin the test. I know it's starting. It's been a while, but I'll try to read it. You write down the answers. Thank you. Live or die. Multiple choice, social studies. Says that it's a social studies test. This one, please answer the following. During the Pacific War, Japan's mainland was bombed. Shelters was built in each city. Shelter was. Choose the correct period of when the war took place out of the options below. This one is easy. Oh, I do have 1,000 spare power. It's like, basically, when did World War II happen? Happened to show a period. And if it just showed Edo, Taisho, or Showa, it'd be easy for Japanese people playing the game. Be harder for foreigners, because it's like, I don't know what time frame we're dealing with here. But they added that in, so it makes it easy. Japan conducted a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor, which started the war against the USA. Which phrase out of the ones below is FDR uses gravity attack? I mean, I guess you could, potentially, if you don't know. It's a day that will live on in infamy. Live in infamy, and all that. I mean, it's one of those lines you just know about, so you see it then, it's like, oh, it's definitely on that. Some people, maybe they don't know the history so well, but it's fairly easy, straightforward. This last one is really short. In 1945, when the war ended, which country was allied with Japan? It's very obvious, isn't it? That is interesting. It's Britain, no, it's Germany. Technically, Italy was, allied with Germany, but Italy kind of was taken out of the war before 1945, I think. Mussolini, not really the most competent. And he got executed, and people threw stones at his, hanging corpse. He was not a very popular guy. Managed to get through it somehow. At the end of the answer sheets. There's a test in the last empty room. Go take it immediately. The last empty room. Okay then. On answer sheets. Standard test questions. Not particularly elementary though. I just want to say thanks. No way would I have finished that by myself. It's no big deal. There's one more test. Yeah, in the last empty classroom. Okay, let's go. What was the last empty classroom? Hey, am I going the wrong way? I think I am. Yeah. Confusing. There's a pencil and a problem sheet on the desk. Take a glance at the problem sheet. See what it looked like. Music staffs. Guess this is a music test. I remember Man the Badass Heroes Let's Play. He was like, oh, let's bring I along. You don't really need to bring her along for this. It's got absolutely nothing to do with what music you think it would be. Pick up the pencil and turn over the paper. Begin the test. Live or die. Yeah, this part's dragging on. Multiple choice music questions. Let's grade the Sora the following questions. Animals can be controlled with frequencies. The experiment was a success. Question 1 is about snakes. Not music at all. What sound are snakes scared of? Please grade Sora from the following. Now this is weird because we don't have full context here, so I'm not sure how they expect you to notice. They aren't scared of any sounds. That's basically what the... I mean, maybe it would by looking through the... figure out the fragments and line them up, because that's supposed to be how you figure out, but I couldn't tell from that. I don't know how the hell they expect you to line that up and make sense of it. Question 2 is about pigs. What sound are pigs scared of? Please with it, Sora. Move on. I forget which one that one was. So this one. Giant fish song. Question 3. Seals. Dangerous tools are sealed. Which one is not sealed? Please with it, Sora. I'm following. Which one is not sealed, did you say? Megaphone is sealed, piano is in the piano room, that's sealed, so the harmonica. Pass. Pass. Did you just say we passed? That's what it sounded like. I don't know what we passed though. Finished our test and passed. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's hurry with our investigation. I have a feeling something is about to happen. I hope not. I still haven't got the thing. So, I'll do this, but I'll save off screen because the last time, not the last time I did recording, but well, yeah, it was actually. Last time I did a recording, I was recording for Digimon Will Next Order, and the recording didn't save, and I was so annoyed because I saved the game after that. So, you know, just to be on the safe side here, I'll save off screen. I might have to look up where you find the, because, I mean, I don't know, maybe we just use one of the bottles on the snakes in the hole. But we're gonna need that item in order to get through this chapter, because we'd only be able to get the bad end otherwise. Let me just quickly go over this again. So, you know, snakes and pigs have got to be mentioned here somewhere. But where? We can control the pig, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. Those creatures... I have no idea how you're supposed to figure this shit out. But I'll, you know, check to make sure that I get it right, because I might end up overlooking the Azora thing again, you know, like I did when I originally played it. So yeah. See you next time, viewers. See you next time.